Good morning, Raw Food Rehab. This is the first day of 11-week challenge and the first day of the book study with Louise Hay's You Can Heal Your Life. Chapter 1 is What I Believe. And what Louise Hay is basically talking about is your belief system. And your belief system is created through the stimulus and the experiences you had from growing up and things that you were exposed to, and stimuli and relationships, whether they were good or bad. And some of the experiences were not nice and some of them were wonderful. And what she's doing is going through and changing the past so you have a different attitude towards the past. The past can't hurt you anymore, and you can't keep dragging the horrible feelings that you've done in the past, whether it's shame or guilt, or if your parents kept telling you you were never good enough, or you'd only be good enough if you did this, or you'd be only good enough if you achieved that. We need to start letting that go and changing our perception and our attitude to how our past is affecting us. We can see that from accepting them as challenges that we had to move along the way to get to where we are today. And if you break the attitude cycle and perceive it as just facts that just happened in the past, and it was a lesson you needed to learn, or it was a challenge you needed to overcome, then your perception in life will change. Just as of right now, she also says you need to be giving yourself self-approval and self-love. There's no more criticizing yourself. If you didn't do that good, you still need to tell yourself that you did the best you could for what you had, because we can only do as good as we can with the information and knowledge and experience that we have. The more experience we get in an area, the better we'll become. But you need to stop the self-criticizing. You need to compliment yourself every day. You need to look in the mirror and tell yourself you love yourself, because you are wonderful. And I love you are two very strong sentences that are very short in words. But if you can look at yourself in the mirror and say those, or tell yourself, you are wonderful, I love you, and start to really mean it. At first, when you say these affirmations, they may sound funny, they may sound ridiculous, you may feel embarrassed saying them, but keep saying them. And keep saying them over and over again, 1,000 times a day, 10,000 times a day. Every time you think of it, say it. And pretty soon, you'll start to believe it, and then pretty soon, emotionally, you'll start to feel it. So, as of chapter 1, the highlights were, again, every thought you think and every word you speak is changing your future. Number 2 is you need to give yourself self-approval and self-love. And number 3, the past can't hurt you. It's over. So I'd like you to read through the chapter and really think about your belief system. And for those of you that are on Raw Food Rehab, I know others watch it from YouTube, there will be down below some questions that I'd like you to work on and answer. They're simple questions, but they're really hard for me to answer. I tell you, I had a hard time answering them, but I was trying to be very truthful with myself, and I was surprised at the answer I got. So I'd like you to chime in now with questions that you have about the chapter or comments you have. You don't have to share anything you write, because I know that's personal. But if you have a question or a comment, or you're interested in going deeper into one of the areas, just start jotting it down and put it on on the website, and we'll start a discussion about it. So until Chapter 2, you are wonderful, and I love you.